What's going on, guys? So I'm sitting here pondering. I want to know how the heck they got my body on this bottle, and I was only 11 years old when it came out. Makes no sense. So I've got a great episode for you because we're going to be talking about Le Male and whether or not I think it's still worth it 26 years later. Is it? I don't know. Stay tuned. Cue that intro. Welcome back, Fragrance Family, to another episode of My Two Cents. My name is Brian, and this is the show all about boosting your confidence through the art of fragrance, becoming a lasting scent memory. Got a great episode for you today. Yeah, we're going to be talking about another OG, Le Male. One of the most rebellious fragrances. Yeah, a rebel. So, we got a lot to talk about. So let's just get right into the rebellious whiffs and sniffs. Jean-Paul Gaultier has been designing off-the-wall clothing since 1976. It's a pretty long time. And in 1995, he created this with the help of Francis Kurkdjian. Yeah, the master perfumer of Maison Francis Kurkdjian. And what he created was something that had never been done before. He created one of the first masculine yet feminine fragrances to hit the market. I could just imagine what the conversation was like with Francis Kurkdjian and Jean-Paul Gaultier when designing this fragrance. In fact, I think it went a little bit like this. Okay, good afternoon, John. So I'm going to be taking some notes. So you want to do a fragrance? What kind of fragrance are you looking for? What is your inspiration? What do I have to work with? What I'm looking for is I want to do something completely different. I want to do a different take on a fougere. I want it to be for those going out dancing and clubbing. I want it to last through hours and hours of just partying and dancing in the club. I want something that's never been done before. I want it to be iconic and always be remembered. Something that's never been done before. Yes, I like where your head's at. I definitely can do something like that. So, any other inspiration? I want it to be masculine and feminine at the same time. I want it to be a rebel. I want it to be unlike any other fragrance in the world. And I want it to be remembered. Okay, yeah, I like this. Let me jot this down. Well, I just so happen to have a bottle design with me. Might be right up your alley. What about this? Francis, I don't think we can do that bottle. I don't think people are gonna get it. Francis, are you sure? I just don't think that'll work. But maybe you're right. Maybe that's the bottle. Yeah, that's definitely the bottle. That's what we're going with. Run it! Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Le Male was created. Le Male. Man. A great fragrance. 26 years old. And not to mention the fragrance that has more flankers and special editions than I believe any other fragrance house has ever created. In fact, if you collected all the bottles, used them all, you could turn the bottles into Christmas ornaments and fill an entire tree. It's pretty epic. But what Francis Kurkdjian did was create a rebel. He was going up against Drakkar, Cool Water, Polo Green, all these very, very, very masculine fragrances. But what he created was something different. Something that was masculine, but also feminine. Something that was super mass appealing to the ladies. In fact, so much so, women were wearing it. And I'm sure still do to this day. Long before Maison Francis Kurkdjian created this. Categorized as an amber fougere, still amazing sprayer. You have mint and lavender right off the top with some nice spicy cardamom, a bright bergamot, cinnamon, orange blossom, caraway to create this floral, powdery, semi-sweet, spicy fougere. The vanilla in it was beautifully done, masterfully done, with amber, tonka, sandalwood, and cedar. Everybody is known as a clubbing fragrance, and they nailed it. He wanted something that would fill the dance floor, fill the club up. And yeah, it did that. But does it still do that? is it still worth a whiff and sniff in 2021? In my opinion, it is, depending on where you're at in your fragrance journey. Now, if you're new to the fragrance game, yeah, definitely check out Le Male. Is it the same fragrance as it was 26 years ago? No. I remember seeing an ad campaign for this in a magazine, and I remember there being a tester strip in there. Me peeling it off, rubbing it off. I remember that tester strip lasted me almost all day, but I was really confused about the bottle. It's got a bulge, a package, if you will. It looks like a Ken doll, but you rip the arms off. But what Francis Kurkdjian and Jean-Paul Gaultier did was create something that will go down in the history books. Never has there ever been a bottle that I'll never forget. Yeah, this is super iconic. I didn't buy my first bottle until 1999, my freshman year of high school. And still, my roommate at the time, because I went to boarding academy in Colorado, made fun of me for it. Well, when he first saw it. Then he smelled it and he was like, whoa, dude, what is that, man? That's good. That's really good. And he saw all the attention I was getting from the ladies. In fact, I met my first girlfriend because of Le Male. Yeah, she was a senior. I was a freshman. She was a volleyball player. I was a wrestler. And the rest was history. I'm not saying it's because of Le Male, but it definitely helped. Now, these days, there's so many fragrances out there that you can go anyway. There's better fragrances than Le Male. But you can also just stick with Le Male. Why? It's got 26 years of proven attention-getting history behind it. Is it the same? No. It's a little bit more dull than it used to be. It's not as loud as it used to be. I get about 6 hours on my skin, get on my clothes, and get more longevity, about 8 to 9 hours. But that's on my skin. It's definitely a collector's item. Apparently, Jean-Paul Gaultier went the Pokemon route. I have to get them all. I mean, he's got a buttload of special editions and flankers. It's quite ridiculous. But pretty awesome as well. You need to look up some of them. One's got a kilt, he's got a Superman edition, and he's got one that has a little necklace with a razor blade on it. It's crazy. I think it will always be relevant until they completely discontinue it. You are searching for something that's masculine and yet feminine. There's hundreds of routes to go these days. Or you could just go back with the OG and stick with Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male. I think it's a great fragrance. Not as great as it used to be, but it's still great. And it'll go down in the history books. If not for the fragrance, definitely for the bottle. I mean, look at that. Definitely. That's my episode, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Remember, you're stinking beautiful. I'll see you tomorrow. And until next time, happy scent trails.